Today we're going to talk a little bit about city setup. And as you can see, this is a little city that's getting built up. This was my test city to see how low I could get a joist, and I've just decided to sort of carry it on a little bit, I guess. We'll probably end up in one of the big regions, unsure yet, don't know. But anyway, as you can see, there's pretty much just oil collectors. There's a couple of 2 food and one of every other main building. The food's just I don't know, I just haven't changed it yet, I've been too lazy. It's a semi-fighter as well, because it's my only one in the region, so as you can see I've sort of gone 4 hospitals. Not there's a 4, I'm taking out from the 4 again. Houses the training speed, and as you can see, 1 recruiting station. Being in the top alliances, you can get boosts that allow extra training, extra reinforcements, infected attack. As you can see, lots of little things, so it's definitely a little bonus, you can say, being in there, or getting these mega cities, so to speak, so they're definitely worth going for, which helps towards the fighter, or whatever you're doing. So yeah, so 4 hospitals just to, if I get hit, just to catch a couple of things that don't die, mainly because I'm still growing. Joins to fast troops and troop limit, obviously you could evolve anchor or use mega cities to your advantage. It doesn't really matter if you train a big number or a small number really. You're either using more speed ups or less speed ups. Either way, you're still training the same. You're better off to go lower speed than more numbers, in my opinion. Everyone has different opinions on this, obviously. So that's pretty much the city layout of a mini hyper attacking farm. Next you'll go into the research side of it, and what I usually do is focus on what I need over than what I can do. So as you'll see, there are some things that are a lot higher than others, like vehicles, for example, and then infantry. I choose this because vehicles attack players, and also they do pretty good against infected, so win-win, half players, half infected. Infected's a really good way to grow a city and a really good way to play. A lot of alliances are starting to pick up on this and are growing free from it. A lot of big alliances, and when more people do it, they'll start realising that they don't actually have to spend money on this anymore. As you'll notice, I only do what I really need. That there gives you a quick mill, and if you need to get the million experience points. Convoy, got to make sure your troops can hold a lot. Forced march, got to make sure they get there and back quick. Those 2 are one I recommend you get really high. This lucky strike and field agent is another one I suggest you get really high, especially for beginners, or anyone really, because 1, you get to spin a casino every day, so the better gifts you get in it, the better items you get, the higher research. Same with field missions, the better missions you get, the more experience you're going to get, so you're going to level up your hero quicker, aren't you? DNA, obviously I don't really focus on DNA until those combats are maxed. Embalming materials is, I'm thinking, not sure on this, but my guess is that it's for catching zombie leaders on tiles. That's why I do it, because I hit a lot of ICs. Advanced defense, I don't train defense because I don't get hit, and if I do, I have an empty city, so there's not really much point in hitting me. So why waste time doing research I don't need yet? Hence, combat, that 1 troop type is pretty maxed. as mixed as it can go. Economics, improved construction, maxed due to the fact that it speeds up building times. Convoy, forced march, little field agent, lucky strike. So that's a little bit of a movie for a city layout and game. Yeah.